So I just want to talk about and pinpoint the complete and total insanity that you can get caught up in, which is what I've been speaking about. I've not laid it down into detail though. The actual depth of this. So, like, seriously, think about this. And you tell me why and how this is happening, how it happened, and why this is what's being defended. And this is what I mean when I say it's all insanity and crazy stuff people get caught up in. And we're going to go over the whole scenario. Let's start out with the mind game you create in your head. The mind game that's called, or the experience you call your life. And let's take a look at all the facets that can contribute to insanity. So you're born, go to school, grow up with entertainment, grow up in a family that's going to push that pretty much gives you a religion, gives you a political point of view, gives you a skin color, etc., a culture, a belief system, etc., and you build all on that. And then realize that people are getting caught up throughout this. You're gonna realize that people are getting caught up in complete and ridiculous insanity. Religion is one. Think about this. These are stories that you have been told that you cannot verify. You cannot verify any of these stories. Pick a religion, it does not matter to me. You can't verify any of it. And the thing is that it's set up in such a way that it always has you pointing outside of yourself and pointing up here. Insert any God you want to believe in. Where's it at? Well, it's any day now. The Savior will come back, or the Lord will come back, or God will come back, or the Creator will come back. Or do you understand? It's like you cannot directly verify any of this, so you have to take word of mouth through human history. So on top of this, you get a political party, and this is I'm mainly speaking from the United States of America because I am completely ignorant how the rest of the world works when it comes to politics, except for a couple countries like Australia, like the UK, etc. I'm a little bit privy to how that works, or New Zealand, etc. I'm privy to that, but not as in depth as I am in the United States of America, obviously, because I grew up here. So, and this is another thing. For an example, you have imaginary borders and states and countries. People get wrapped up into that, and the North and the South, and this state or that state, and this country's better than that country, and we're building a wall to keep these people out. Do you see the fucking insane storyline going on with that people get sucked up into? So in the political realm, you have Democrats and Republicans, the left and the right. They're both on the same fucking team playing us all. But let's divide this shit and come up with this and that to pit people against each other, or to get you to argue. I've seen people dedicate their whole lives to politics. Not even politicians. I'm talking your average run-of-the-mill person that has dedicated their life. The majority of their time and energy is spent either attacking or defending a political party. You played yourself. You got played and played yourself in the process of it. And then let's go into the race segment of this. Then you have fucking this weird idea that we need to differentiate each other due to race. What race do you think I am? This is a serious question. What race do you believe I am? And I'm going to tell you the fucked up part about this. If you knew, I'm in the South. If you knew how many times I have been called mixed, and this is not from racist people, this is just from people. Like, they weren't being rude, they were just asking questions. Am I mixed? You're not from here, are you? Well, what do you mean by that? I was born here in this country. No, like you're from the Middle East or something, right? Or you're from wherever. Or what color do you think, what race do you believe I am? I guess. Because depending on whether I have a tan or not, you could think I was for real mixed, or you could think I was, well, you're, I can tell you got Native American in you, and I can tell that you're white, and there's something else in there, and you're not from here, are you? You're not. If you knew how many freaking times I've heard you're not from here, are you? You'd laugh. You're not from here, are you? You're not from around here, are you? So where the fuck do you think it's the Middle East? It always goes to the Middle East, or I'm mixed, or I'm something. It's hilarious. So the fact that we're arguing over if you're black or white, or or Asian hate and all this stupid shit. Think of how insane this is. You don't pick what, well, you do actually, but let's pull it down here to this shit show. In this shit show, unless you're awake to a degree, you don't think you chose what you look like, or what race you were, or what any of this means or is. So let's just say you have zero control or zero influence on this, which is a goddamn lie. You have all the control and influence over this. Say you don't. How fair is it that we're going to segregate someone based on a race, or we're going to nitpick shit based on a race? Insanity. And then we get into the intellectual realm, which is, I'm not being mean, because I used to think that me having a high IQ and a high intellect made me something. Then I realized that's a fucking scam. What does it prove if I have a higher IQ than you? What does it prove if I'm able to comprehend things at a higher level? What does it prove that I know more useless information than you do? What does it prove that I'm able to string words together better than you? It means fuck all. But you have all these dorks and goofs out here that thinks that because they got A's and they were able to memorize repetitive things, and they were able to memorize what people's told them, i.e. through reading books and all this bullshit, that they have some intellectual high ground. You know, it's fucking hilarious. And then let's get into money. Something I'm very fond of, but a lot of people don't look at the right way because they act like it's some shit. So, let's say you have a fuck ton of money. So we've divided ourselves through religion, through skin color, through gender. I'm not even got into gender yet, Jesus Christ. Through gender. And then we divide ourselves even more through intellect and through money. How much money you have. Do you see how insane all this is? And this is what people fixate on and get stuck into. It's one of them, guarantee you. It's one of them. And I'm not even covered entertainment, because people get fixated on entertainment. They will argue over fucking Star Wars movies, over video game consoles, over television shows, over... And I'm not judging anyone. You do whatever you want to do at the end of the day, but over sports. And if it's like lighthearted and joking and trolling, I'm all for it, but these motherfuckers take this super serious. And that's the thing. Like, so let's get into gender. That's another one. We have just divided ourselves, and it's fucked up. And I'm going to mention someone in here, and listen, I don't care if you agree or disagree with this person. I don't care, because I'm not saying I agree, nor do I disagree with this person. But I'm saying, if you are able to get someone deplatformed because of their opinions and because of their choice of speech, and you're able to get their bank accounts frozen due to this, and you're able to try to destroy their lives, you are a fucking asshole. And if you're cheering that on, you're a fucking asshole. And I'm talking about Andrew Tate. Again, I'm not saying I agree or disagree with the man. I think there's some things I absolutely disagree with. There's some things I agree with. When it comes to genders and a lot of the shit he says about women, I do not agree with. The majority of the other shit he says, I agree with. But it doesn't matter if I disagree with him or think he's misogynist or sexist. Freedom of speech. He has the right to say that. And that's fucked up. Bunch of woke goofs out here. This is what happened when the nerds from school get power and authority. This is what happens. So, I got off topic. So let's go back to the point of this. Realize what I'm telling you is accurate. Realize that your whole entire life was programmed. This was programmed into you. Realize that you were caught up in crazy shit that you can't verify, you can't understand, you will never be able to prove. And it's all opinions, and it's all your perspective. Beyond that, it means fuck all. And that comes down to the God you believe in, the religion you go along with, the skin color you want to defend, the political party you want to defend, your woke culture you want to stick up for, or what the fuck ever. This football team, this country, this state. Some stupid entertainment. This is what I'm talking about when I speak about the Matrix. This is what I'm talking about when I speak about insanity. This is what I talk about when I'm talking about a shit show. And you're in it. Do you want to continue to be in it? I sure as fuck don't. So, it's game of forming the play of life. I'm you talking to you. So is everyone else. This is what we do. Create illusions, have an experience. Tell stories. Snap out of this. Love you.